Hi everyone. So today's topic is hashtags. So we all use hashtags on our social media platforms, but do we actually know why we use it? So if you want to learn more on why use hashtags, you're more than welcome to watch my video here. But today's topic is going to be on how to choose which hashtag should I use. Because it's very confusing when we're always using them, but we're not really sure are we using them the right way? Are we choosing the right hashtags? But before I give you the different tips about it, I just want to remind you the reason why we use hashtag, and it is because we want to bring more traffic to our page, to our account, and to engage better with our target audience. Because you just need to remember a hashtag is like when we do, like, for example, Google and we search for a certain keyword, we just do the same thing on social media, but for that we just had a hashtag. So if I'm searching, for example, for a yoga class, and I'll do like an hashtag yoga class, and let's say a certain area, I'll add to that. I'll come up with all the posts that were in that specific hashtags, and that's gonna help me find the right place for me. So I'm as a business owner or as an influencer want to be there when they search for that specific phrase. So I'm gonna quickly give you now the tips on how to choose the right keywords for your hashtags. So tip number one, research. Research is something very important in general in marketing, but it's very important as well when you search for the keywords. So there are different ways to do research. So first, if you look at your type of company, and think about what describe it. Think about the different keywords. So first, you can also use the Google keywords planner. That's one way when you type certain keywords, and it's also going to give you some ideas. You got even different websites that can help you. But you can actually just take your Instagram account, for example, or LinkedIn, and just write those different hashtags and see what comes out. But here, you don't want to choose when you post in, especially if you're a small business, you don't want to find yourself using, so let's say I do marketing. If I'll use the hashtag of marketing, that's too big. The chance for someone actually to find me in marketing is very low. So why waste my keywords on that, right? Because you need to remember also keywords are limited, and I'm going to touch it in the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. But you need to choose a mix of keywords that some of them are maybe big and some of them are very small in the search. And when you actually just type it down, you'll see how many people actually search for each keyword, and that will give you. So try to think about that when you search. As well, you can also do as part of the research, go to different influencers, go to different competitors that you've got. See what hashtags are they using. See what's working for them. And you can just learn by typing it down and looking and searching what they're using. And just give it a try and see which hashtags actually bring you more traffic. So that's tip number one, research. Very important tool to use, so do it. Tip number two, utilize trending hashtags. So, for example, you've got different trends. So let's say even like if you got like a certain holiday now, or a certain like let's say empowerment of females or something around whatever that relates to your business, and you can do something with it. So use the different hashtags, be part of the trend, but also try sometimes to find the trends that before they become very popular and then everyone use them. So if you work, for example, in the fashion industry, and you know that, let's say, next year is going to be black and white trend, so you start using that in your hashtags, and it's whatever industry you're coming from, just find and search. And as I said, like if you go back to the previous tip that you do the research, just find those different trends and start using those different type of hashtags to bring more traffic to your page. Tip number three, so try to be specific and unique. So yes, as I said in the beginning, you are doing the research and see what's working for other people, for your competitors, for other influencers, for other entrepreneurs, but that are in the same industry as you. But you can take some of what they're using, but don't copy paste all of that. Really try to do more specific. So, for example, if you have a specific content that touches a certain subject, make sure that it's relevant for that. Don't just copy paste, because even when you do like a copy paste, like even in an exam, you need to know how to do that copy paste. So copy the relevant thing and add stuff. Add stuff from yourself. So for example, my business is big.consulting. So I use as a hashtag big.consulting and different variation of big consulting. So I'm trying to build something that it's unique for me, but I'm also using specific words that relevant to my content and that specific content that I'm actually posting and sharing. But I also will take other, hashtags that maybe work for other people as well that I can see it's going to bring me more traffic. But also you need to make sure that when you use the hashtags, Don't use the same hashtags on a daily basis because it's not going to help you with Instagram. Instagram doesn't really like, the algorithm doesn't really like when you use the same hashtags on a daily basis. So you always need to refresh yourself. But again, think about it. You always have different content. So if my content now give you advice on planning, I'm not going to put you necessarily now branding in it, because I wasn't talking about branding. I was talking about planning. So I'll use more hashtags around the planning side of it. And as I said, you can just Google and see what other people like doing Instagram and see, or LinkedIn or whatever, see what other people are doing. But as well, bring your own stuff. Be very specific, very, very accurate. And think about it, when you search now something on the different social medias or Google, you're very accurate with what you want. That's why you ask for a certain phrase, a certain keyword. And you really expect that their algorithm of that social media platform will just bring you what you want to. And you want to actually be there. So think about what your target audience are searching for and be very accurate, very specific with that, but also bring your own different ways. You can even also build to yourself, like, I don't know, goal setting with Mr. D, or like different like that. Just build something for yourself. So why not? You're going to be unique, specific, but you're also going to copy paste from others. Tip number 4, keep it simple and relevant. So as I said a second ago, it needs to be relevant to your content. So if my content speaks about planning a business plan or a marketing and strategy plan, I won't be posting them things about branding or design necessarily. I'm going to make sure that I'm very accurate with what I choose, that what I actually choose as a hashtag is very relevant to the topic. Because think about it from the side of the person that actually search, the follower. He will search for a specific hashtag because he knows exactly what he's searching for. And if you're not going to be very accurate and relevant, he's not going to find you there. And also you need to be, very simple. Don't use like long phrases, like complicated, that people will try to understand. What's that long thing that like it's over there? Because the people not search. People are using 2, 3, 4 words like in the keywords, and that's it. They're not gonna find some long sentence out of that. You're not telling a story with a hashtag. So it needs to be very clear, very simple, and relevant to your post. As I said earlier, I'm gonna tell you now like how many actually keywords, hashtags you should use on the different social media platform. So Twitter, for example, because of the restriction over there for the amount of characters that you can use, the recommendation is to use 2. Facebook as well to use 2, and Pinterest as well to use 2. But when you choose only 2, for example, keyword, try to make one that is very popular, and then the second one is something that's more like unique to you. But if you look, for example, at LinkedIn, the recommendation, because there's no limitation over there, the recommendation is to have only 5 hashtags. And the reason for that is because sometimes LinkedIn algorithm can mark it as a spam if you have more than that. So try not to. Instagram, you're allowed to have 30 hashtags. So some will say if you can do 30, just do 30. I personally believe, like others, that you should actually use an average between 9 to 15, because as I said, try to make sure that like your hashtags are very clear, very specific, very relevant. Target them. Don't over it. I believe that less is more. So don't try to get as many hashtags as you can. Very simple, very straight to the point. That's what you need to do. That's the way I see it. But those are your different options. So as I said, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest, you can do 2. LinkedIn, the recommendation is 5. Instagram is 30, but my recommendation is between 9 to 15. So before I end it, I just want to make sure that you guys remember, you build a relationship with your potential clients, with your followers on the different social media platforms. And it takes time to build that relationship. So just use the hashtag smartly to bring them to your page and to engage with them and to build a long-term relationship with them. So I'll see you in my next video. And by the way, if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like or a comment. See you next time.